Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And welcome to the Aldscar Inn in Aldaroon, where we have come because Caius asked us to speak to an Ashlander who is operating out of here as a trader, and get some information about Ashlanders and Ashlander culture. So we have come here to do just that, and I've spent the last half an hour or so just playing my loot for absolute pittances. About 10 gold per loot playing round, which is why that's the weapon I have equipped, because it technically counts as a weapon, as opposed to one of my daggers, I mean. Because we now have 3 magic weapons, which is quite nice. Well, 3 magic weapons and a huge suit of glass armor. Simple loot on back is an armor item, apparently. I didn't realize that. But that is kind of cool.
This better be important.
And you know what? I'll leave that equipped because it does make us kind of look the part of the traveling bard that we're supposed to be if we carry the loot on our back all the time. And let's switch out our traveling robes for the fancy show. Because we are here for what's effectively an important meeting, so we should look the part. And glass, just sort of jutting through our robes, combined with this, does make it look kind of nice. Although, with that said, the bracers, these glass bracers kind of stick out a little bit, so I'll take them out since they're clipping through the shoulders in a weird way. The clipping that we get from the pauldrons, on the other hand, that just sort of fits.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
So we're gonna leave it. And this is Hasor Zansubani, who I believe is the Ashlander we are looking for. And yes, that was a very overt and very terrible Star Wars joke. Get over it. Yes? What is your business with me? I see. You wish to learn of Ashlanders from me. What is it that you wish to learn? Well, you shouldn't just ask for everything right off the bat. That strikes me as being kind of inconsiderate and rude. And while knowing about the Narrowing cult might be kind of nice, in the long term that's not really going to help us when it comes to interacting with Ashlanders. We need to know about your gift-giving customs more than anything, I think. A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers, and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks for the test of the gift. With great risks for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Okay, and what's this you mentioned about courtesy? Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. Alright, we're going to have to be very cautious if we ever have to visit an Ashlander camp to make sure that we don't piss them off. Now, what is this about a thoughtful gift? Could you expound on that, please? I understand. You wish to give me a suitable gift, but you do not know me well enough to choose such a gift, or you cannot find or afford a gift you know to be suitable for me. Well, let us take your earnest thought and effort as a token of your gift. You have behaved courteously, and I am inclined to help you. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? Okay, let's start with the Nerevarine cult. What do you know about them? They worship the great Ashkan and Hortator, Nerevar Moon and Star, who in ages past destroyed the evil godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth and his foul hosts beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshalaku do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlander tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. Okay. Now, why don't you tell me what you know about the Nerevarine prophecies? I'd be interested in hearing an Ashlander's take on them. I have heard it said that prophecies foretell the return of a reincarnated Nerevar, who shall drive the foreigners from the Ashlands, and who shall cast down the false gods of the temple and restore the true worship of the ancestors. It is a dream that would appeal to every Ashlander, but it is thought but a silly ancient legend and little more by many Ashlanders, myself included. Okay then. What's this about Ashlander worship? All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sul-Matul, Ashkan of the Urshalaku, is warrior protector of the cult, and Nibani Mesa, also of the Urshalaku, is the oracle seer of the cult. Alright. You've mentioned the Urshalaku clan a few times now. Who exactly are they? The Urshalaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash, in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sul-Matul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshalaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. North of Margan on the northern coast of Vardenfell. Okay, thank you. That's going to be some very useful information for us. If you don't know why, I'll explain that in a little bit. There's too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. But most of all, if you are visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And since you asked about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'll be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners. Okay, well, we've asked him about courtesy already. It would probably behoove us to learn about challenges as well. Because I don't think that would be as simple as a sports competition or something. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. Alright, thank you very much. I'll keep that in mind if we ever visit an Ashlander camp, for any reason other than just we're passing through. now, there's just one last thing to ask, because we are very interested in his view on Ashlanders and foreigners, I think. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At the very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it's shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. Okay. Thank you for the information, sir. It was very enlightening. I shall take my leave now. So yes, what he said about how many Ashlanders would cheerfully give their lives to win a war against the Empire if it could be won, that's very worrying to Mervis, because, lest you forget, he is a firm supporter of the Empire, and to a degree even considers the Emperor to be a friend of his, as much as someone who's hired him for a lot of jobs in the past can be considered a friend. So we're going to have to tread lightly around any Ashlanders as a result of that, I think, and keep a close eye on them. That's my assessment anyways. Let's head out to Alderun proper. We have a few things of our own that we need to take care of before we depart town. And it's an ash storm, of course it is. Throw on our netch leather helm and retroactively put on our traveling robe before we go outside. And I need to drop the view distance now, because I forgot to do that before I started recording. And our next step will be a visit to the local tribunal temple. And I'm going to actually go back to our attribute screen to show you this. We have recently been promoted to an acolyte, the tribunal temple. And we were told back in Balmora that Alderun was one of the places we could go to get duties, since they didn't have anything for us to do over in Balmora itself. I believe Vivek was one of the other places we could go, but we were already heading to Alderun, so I just decided we would do this instead. Apparently the wildlife is on the attack outside. And you're wearing fancy robes. You are probably the man I talked to about duties. Yes, he is. What brings you to the temple, acolyte? Have you been lax in your duties? About those duties, I'm actually looking for some. To belong to the temple is to practice compassion. Elaborate, please. Vivek often showed compassion to his enemies. Must show compassion by curing Bulfim Shagraz, a Sheogorath worshipper in Melkashishi. This potion of Cure Blight. You can cure Bulfim by giving her the potion, but it is expensive. I would prefer you learn a spell such as Realm's Gift and return the potion to me. my game has frozen up. It's annoying. Great. Okay, so here we are, just outside of Aldaroon, and the sandstorm's still going, but I, or to be more specific, Mervis, don't really feel like waiting to be able to continue our journey. So we're going to get going now, and I did a little bit of buying, a little bit of selling off camera, and got some of my weapons and armor repaired at the smithy, which altogether has cost me a good chunk of my gold. I now have just over 400 gold left, so we are poor again. As a result, I've decided that we're going to be heading off to the Urshlok camp to try and find this Daedric ruin and recover the bitter cup for Jim Stacy over in the Thieves Guild, which he has told us is on an island north of the Urshlok camp. Which, thanks to Mr. Ashlander Trader, we now have a location for the Urshlok camp. It's right up there. So I'm actually going to head there on foot, even though I could take the Silt Strider. I'm going to walk to Margan, and then walk to the Urshlok camp. Head north from there. This is a job for the Thieves Guild, so hopefully it pays reasonably well. Other than that, for reasonably paying jobs, the only other thing I could potentially do would be to head to the Arapanimson camp and find my mark for the Morag Tong. But this one's closer, so I'm doing this. So let's get going. Good, I am indeed heading in the right direction. I have to constantly reorient myself just because if I don't, then I will get lost a lot. As happened on the way to Ghostgate. In that case, I was trying to head to Nisus and we ended up in Ghostgate. Man, oh man, this is one hell of an ash storm. It really is. For now, though, we just gotta get to Margan. Find the Urshlok camp from there. I mean, we're not going to be great for these things. Please die. Thank you. As I was trying to say before that happened, we're not going to be staying in the Urshlok camp. It's just an orientation thing, because what we're looking for is on an island to the north of the camp, so going there is the easiest way to find it. And the wildlife is deciding to be a problem for us. Can you not? Come on. Cut this out. Thank you. Morrowind Wildlife, everyone. It's a pain in my ass. It really, really is. I really don't like Morrowind Wildlife very much. Shocking, I know. Let's do a little bit of conjuration practice while we walk. Or just fail. Nearly every bloody fucking attempt at it. I'd like to get us up next level with our conjuration, because we're at 44. I want us to be at least 45. Yeah, Morgan this way. I thought as much, but it's good to have confirmation. Summon a few scamps as we go. Last a second per before they vanish. Issues. How about no? There's a Nyx hound down there. I hate the Morrowind Wildlife. I really do. I miss Cyrodiil. I miss Cyrodiil. Why did I ever take that fucking job for the Emperor in the first place? Seriously. I don't know how my aunts managed to tolerate living in this literal hellscape, let alone to actually like it enough to stay. The ancient dark elves must have been very, very drunk all the time. That's all I can say. We've reached the next level with our conjuration skill. I want to level up. Practice leveling up. Restoration might be nice. I don't use it nearly as much as I should, but it's a valuable skill indeed for me to be using. That much is for sure. Just about to Morgan, so we can either move on, damn the ash storm, or get some rest. Come on. Practicing, we'll get to the point where I stop failing my spells eventually. But unfortunately, that day is not today. Here we are, Morgan. never really made much of an exploration of Margan when I was here before. That was just grabbing something from one of my jobs with the guild, so I didn't bother. There's that increase. I probably should have a look around here eventually, but no, now is the time to do that. Okay, 6 p.m. and we've got an ongoing ash storm. Yeah, I do not want to be trying to travel any further in there, I don't think. I'll take shelter in here for now. Who the hell are you? I am a pilgrim, read the inscription on the rock. Marin's Dagoth upheld this rock high above. Dunmer and Vec taunted him. Oh, it's a rock. I don't care. Sure, I'll take some blessings. What does that actually give me? Sanctuary. Okay, fair enough. Now, that bed is owned. I'm an actual member of the temple, though, not a mere pilgrim. So,
What do you want?
Do you have beds around here I can use? Don't care to speak to you.
Say that.
I'm looking for somewhere I can rest.
If you want something, now's the time to talk.
Apparently these people do not have beds for their acolytes in the temple. Fucking damn it. Am I going to have to travel through an ash storm? I dearly hope not. That does strike me as being a very stupid thing to do. I'd rather not have to push my luck on that front. But I may just have to. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you people have beds. Good, good. Good, good.
Tell your friends about this place.
Okay. I'm going to get a bed, I think. 10 gold? Sure. I have at least enough money to rent myself a room, if I don't exactly have a lot of gold right now. Well, there's an ongoing ash storm, so I'm not going to be heading anywhere in a hurry. I'll just head down to my room and relax. It's been a long few days of traveling, so I think I could do with a bit of rest and relaxation. And let's get this thrice damned helmet off of me. I do not want that thing. Not at the moment. And I'm trying to relax at the moment, so let's take off the glass armor. Hell, let's take off all the armor. And the robe. It's been too long since I've been able to just chill and relax. And I must say, it's a nice change. It really is. This trip up north that I'm going on is going to be a bit of a bitch. I have to head through the Ursulaku camp and up to some island to a Daedric ruin or whatever. I dearly hope this is worth it because I swear to the gods, Mr. Jim Stacy, if I come back, hand you that bitter cup, and you give me all of 5 gold for my trouble, you and me, we are going to have words about my relationship with your guild going forward. And I'll say no more on the subject.